The wonderful Steve Moore. Steve, good to see you. This should not be surprising because you preach this all the time, but when you embody and embrace socialism, it crushes the economy. When you embrace free enterprise, it actually grows the economy. So we shouldn't be shocked by this.
Yeah, right now I'm at the Reagan Library out in California. And so we've been talking all day about those principles, Sean, you've just been talking about free enterprise, free markets, lower taxes. And those are the things that work for the Reagan and they've worked for Trump. And Biden's done exactly the opposite. In fact, one of the points I made at this conference today is Bidenomics is just Reaganomics in reverse. Right. And boy, look at the results. I am not middle class. I'm upper middle class. I'm not rich, but I'm upper middle class. And we're struggling. We're struggling. My wife gets so angry, about what everything costs. And when I pay my taxes and then I take account of inflation, half my income is gone, Sean. And I think that's exactly what people are facing right now, a financial squeeze that we have not seen since Jimmy Carter was in office.
And what we all find so deeply disgusting is that the left-wing media and I call them the jokequeduct because they carry water for Biden's mistakes, is that they write about, look at the unemployment rate, and they utterly dismiss what this kind of inflation does to the psychology of people and the struggle of, they don't know a family, because both adults work in the family, they have two automobiles, and they're sitting around because the cost of a car has soared and don't know if they're going to be able to keep those two cars a year from now. And they dismiss this at every turn, and it's vile.
Well, there's one explanation for that is that the people you're talking about live in Washington, D.C. They live in the bubble. And Washington is a place, that is recession-proof. The people in Washington don't feel the effects of these policies that you're talking about. But let me just give you an example. If you want to buy a new home and you want to buy a car, the cost of those two things, a mortgage payment is now double what it was under Trump. So in other words, instead of spending $2,000 a month, you're going to pay $4,000 a month on your mortgage. And then you look at your car, the loan that you take out for your car, you're going to pay twice as much interest on that. So my point is, if the American dream is owning a car and owning a home, guys, people can't afford that now. I mean, middle class families can't afford a car. And you talk about two cars, Dagan. A lot of people can't afford one right now.
As you mentioned, I go to the grocery store, and I have 6 kids at home, so I shop for 8 of us. And I'm shocked at how much groceries. And by the way, I spend like $150, and I get like a couple bags of groceries when I walk out. I'm like, what's happened? But all right, Steve, I want to move on to this though. Biden, he's worse, as you mentioned, used cars. He's worse than a used car salesman. Despite nearly half the country saying they don't want an electric vehicle, he's still pushing them on us. And this is the guy advising Biden to keep it up. Watch.
There's been a dereliction of duty for decades. The result is a vast infrastructure, big infrastructure, and the hundreds of millions of cars that run on an internal combustion engine that need fossil fuels. And we've got to figure out, and this is not an easy task, how we accelerate the clean energy transformation while maintaining stability for the consumers, especially low and moderate income folks, who depend on that infrastructure today.
So, Steve, again, this is a government-run economy, not a market economy where people decide what they want. But it's interesting. Let's figure out how we can make the transition. Maybe that would be nice if they figure out how to make the transition before they force us all to make the transition.
Isn't that the truth? So basically, you guys, you probably heard the story that they had $7 billion in the, I think it was in the infrastructure bill, that was supposed to be to build these recharging stations across the country. They were going to build 500,000 of them. Well, after spending all of this money, they've built 8 of them. 8 of them. I mean, if this pace, it's going to be the year 2300 before they build the 500,000 charging stations. And by the way, you guys recall 100 years ago the government building gas stations? I mean, that's not the way it works. The private sector can do this. The idea that the government has to fund all of these things is just leading to higher prices. And I'm surprised by the way that poll says only 46% So they don't want to buy electric vehicles because right now less than 10% of the sales are electric vehicles.
Right.
People don't want them because they can't afford them.
I just did and one of the producers got in my ear and asked me if I was okay. I'm like, yes, I'm perfectly fine, but that was just my reaction to what Sean was saying, because these calamitous creeps in the White House and in the Biden administration did no cost-benefit analysis before they put into place a mandate that the vast majority of cars made and sold in the United States in a few years will be electric. They did no risk-reward analysis whatsoever, and you can hear it in what that dope just said. Steve, final word.
This is a free country. We're built on freedom and free enterprise. And the idea that the government is going to tell you what kind of car you can buy, I think is anti-American. But I want to warn your viewers. I do believe if Joe Biden is reelected, they are going to outlaw gas cars. You heard it first on Dagan and Duffy. They're going to outlaw gas cars.
They absolutely will. Oh, and I'll leave you with this, Steve Moore. The Washington Post, the #1 Bidenqueduct in terms of carrying water for that clown, they compared Biden's speech coming up later this week in France to Ronald Reagan's The Boys of Pointe du Hoc speech from 1984. That's how far they will go. Steve Moore, thank you so much.